Alright, what's up, everybody? So, I know it was kind of shocking seeing this atrocity of an engine pull up. Few things I want to address before I talk about this. I do not claim to be the first to do it. I never claimed that. Um, there's plenty of people before me that have, done the block conversion, that have done the GTR turbos, people that have done the intake manifolds. However, nobody ever pushed it out, I guess. And I'm doing all of them, so like this is going to be a full conversion. It's going to be interesting. Just know it's going to take some time to build because I'm obviously not sponsored by anyone, and I don't have like that access that others have. I work, I do things, I'm a regular person just like you guys. So it's gonna take some time, but I have faith that this thing is going to work. So I know I got a lot of questions because obviously we both know these two engines are probably the most loved ones. You have the D, you have the HR. Now, you can make it work. So I'm going to address the manifold, the plenum, the GTR plenum. We're going to address that first. So for the D, you guys know that the D only has one throttle body, right? And the D, you can make it work. You can. I'm not saying you can't, but you can make it work. There is this company called CNC Innovations. And CNC Innovations, they will sell you a runner, like a intake manifold adapter, where you can run this plenum on it. I'm still waiting for mine. I'm still debating if I should go that route or not. Now, you need to understand that these engines obviously were developed in a way where the engineers obviously thought this is the maximum way on how to get the best performance out of it at the time, right? Just because it fits or you can make it fit does not mean that it's always good. And let me explain. So obviously here we have a whiteboard. I thought this was the best way to explain it. I'm in the Army and I use whiteboards a lot. So you have the adapter right here, right? And obviously here will be like the heads. So this is the head, there's the intake manifold, and obviously down here you have the block, right? So you need to understand that there's fuel injectors like somewhere here. You got the fuel injectors right here. And these fuel injectors, right, when the air comes in to the plenum, right, the airflow from here is optimized for the best, performance out of that plenum for this engine. So when you put a GTR plenum on it, people that are smarter than me, like admin, he's the GOAT on this stuff. They're way smarter people than I am. And the way I was explained by people that are way more smarter than me is that obviously when the air comes in, right, and it sprays, it's an optimized pattern so it can hit the pistons. The pistons are right here. So it comes in, like the valve obviously like opens, and this sprays the best amount of gas, for the plenum to run properly. Now, this is done for most engines. However, the GTR Plenum, right? The GTR Plenum right here is obviously super different at the one from the HR, the VHR, and the DE. Now, you can make it fit. You can. But it does not mean it's going to be better. I've seen and I heard and I looked up studies where people have done it in the past, where they have studied this plenum and the GTR plenum on these VQs, and it's always the same result. It loses horsepower. So I'm still debating if I should use the plenum. I know it looks crazy with the plenum on it. This is a VQ, but I'm still debating if I should use it or not, because I want to get the best out of it. For the DE, if you're planning to run a plenum for the DE, obviously it will convert it from a single intake, from a single throttle body to 2 throttle bodies. And you will have to do some wiring if you want those to work. I am not a wiring expert. It can be done. It's a simple factor of, just tweaking it. It can definitely be done, but it's just one thing that you will have to go through more steps if you want to run the GTR Plenum in the DE. But it can be done. So I covered the plenum. I will be covering the turbos in another video. But I covered the plenums. I will leave the links in the description where you can buy those runners if you want to run this plenum. As it sits right now, I don't know yet if I'm going to run that specific plenum, the GTR plenum on this, even though it looks crazy. But I don't know if I'm gonna run it, because I also heard those, things about it. And it does make sense. Like when you look at the board, it does make sense. So that's my idea on it. So it can be done to HR. Is how far you want to go with it. I will be dropping a different video on the turbos. I'm going to explain how I mounted them, what did I do, where am I gonna run the lines, and I really hope that you guys, follow, share, grab some popcorn, talk it with your friends. Just know that this is going to take time. I have no sponsors. I have no support. Everything I do is with me. The only people that have supported me on this is obviously you guys, the ones that believed, and BTW Tuning. Shout out to them because they hooked me up. But other than that, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm in the Army. It's complicated, but it will eventually work. I'm not like those other channels where they, I used to make memes and stuff like that, but I'm not like those channels where they, they lose their souls. Like, we keep it real here. We do VQs here. I like these engines. I think they're great. And I will be the self-proclaimed VQ king for now on. So I really hope you guys enjoy this.